Welcome everyone, I'm the Vator here. Today, once again, we are going to be enjoying my voice today. Because for some of you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or even good night for some of you fellows. So of course, we are going to be seeing a fight between TMC, the multi-crew, and and the 51st PVO 100 KIAP. Sorry, I should say only 51st PVO. That's going to be one of the main difference for today's fight, and I'll talk you through why in just a few moments. Okay, guys. So of course, as per usual, let us check first what's going to be happening today. We have the fight between TMC and 51st PVO, who are the two teams in the group A, as you can check on the statistics right now in front of you. So of course, these two teams so far have secured a place in the bracket stage. But anyway, now we are going to see who will be coming on top of this group A fight. So of course, we are going to be rolling with the map for today's fight. We are going to be rolling for both Caucasus and Persian Gulf. Therefore, we are going to have more options for today's fight, and hopefully, I'm just asking my freaking dice that I have over the other screen to please not be a number 3 once again. I beg of you, dice, my fellow friend, don't roll a number 3. I want to see something in today's fight. And of course, this fight is going to be a bit different because many of you will have noticed that in this stream we have published it to be specifically a fundraiser one. And of course, I don't know if you checked in SATAC Discord, but TMC has decided to go with, okay, we want to at least try to do something from outside with this community, which is the DCS community. And of course, 51st has embarked into it too for this fight. Both teams want to try to make this miss this fight for you guys today, be it something that tries to help the situation in Ukraine. So therefore, they have organized a list of links of organizations, non-profit organizations that are operating on Ukraine right now, and they are willing and they are asking you guys, you want to, of course, that's up to you guys, you want to donate to them. So we try to make things better for the people that are not having that great of a time as we are doing right now at homes. Enjoy your beers, your chips and such, while we are enjoying our fights. So of course, a bit of a more serious matter, but still, I think that's something that should be mentioned for you all. So you have the options there to donate. I will be mentioning it once a few times here and there. TMC has a dress for the occasion for today. Of course, for the other side, for 51st PVO, this time no 100 KIAP. That's something that should be mentioned. It's because they have decided to, because of this occasion, to be on par. They are not bringing the 100 KIAP, which is the Russian part of the team. They're only going to bring the 51st, which means that they are going to be limiting their aircraft selection. And of course, they are going to be limiting the skin selection to something that respects more the Ukrainian effort right now. So yeah, it's a bit of a serious matter, but still, if you have in you to donate something to the for the non-profit organizations operating right now, there you go. Okay, guys. So of course, I wanted to say this before because afterwards I will be mentioning this here from time to time, but still. I think we should be going right now for the dice roll, so we don't make the teams waiting as they are getting ready on the server waiting for the dice roll. So let's go for it. So of course, as per usual, we are going to be rolling the dice. Nevertheless, as mentioned, we are going to be rolling for both Caucasus map and Persian Gulf map. Therefore, we are going to be seeing Sochi against Vostok, Tbilisi against Sukhumi, Laman against Fujairah, and Ras against Liwa. So 4 out of 5 maps that are going to be rolled out. So guys, without any further ado, first I'm going to place a poll. So I want to know Who you think will win today? Is it going to be TMC or 51st or 50 PVO? Of course, guys, votes are open while we get the dice rolling for today's fight. So we are going to roll the dice in 3, 2, 1, now. It's number 2. Come on, freaking gosh. Really? Once again, Sochi against Mothok? Oh my freaking gosh. I really told you. I decided to roll the dice a few times in my screen, so I was sure that that there was nothing in behind. Like, okay, maybe, you know, whatever reason that the computer might have to roll something that is a number 3. But, well, it decided to troll me, and now you're having a number 2, which is Sochi against Mothok once again in a clear midday this time. So I'll be informing teams that we are going to play in Sochi v Mothok. Freaking gosh, cleared midday. And I'm going to be changing the server for the occasion, okay guys? So as mentioned, you have the link there, check them out if you so wish. Of course, this should be mentioned too, that we are here doing the humanitarian part. So we are not going to have any discussion whatsoever of who's best suited or who's on the right, who's on the wrong. Not at all, okay? Just to be 100% clear, because it's a different situation to what we are used to do over here. So just this fight comes from the utmost respect from both teams for the situation and trying to bring the community together to try to achieve something. Okay, guys? So let me get it ready for the teams and we'll be back in a few seconds. Oops, sorry. That should not be there. Okay, come on, my camera placement is not good at all. Come on, what's going on with myself? Okay, we are now up once again. So sorry for the camera placement. I thought it a bit today. Okay, too many fights today. But still, as mentioned, we are going to be having today's fight. And you are seeing that this time 51st PVO and is not running with the 100 KIAP part of the other group, which is the Russian part. So they are going to be running with the... They are going to be scrapping entirely the Su-33 airplanes that they do use, because that's the group of themselves that is based on the Kuznetsov in reality, and thus in respect for the situation on the Ukraine situation right now, they're going to be flying with airplanes that has been flown by Russia. This Russia, sorry, for Ukraine. You can see we have one livery. We have different liveries designed for what we are used to see for the 51st, and of course you will also see that TMC is also rolling with a very different kind of liveries today too. They've also designed a set of liveries just for the occasion regarding the Ukrainian situation. So as mentioned before, I will mention this time once more again, and I will mention it during the stream nevertheless, but still, if you find it within yourself that you think you should do something, so these teams are flying together today, and they are trying to make something happen with this. So they have agreed to try and do a bit of donation spree for this fight. So if you think that you want to try to do something, there is a list of non-profit organizations where you can donate if you so wish to. Okay. So of course we'll be checking the skins by both teams in a few more moments, 1 week after rolling. So I'm going to just confirm with them to taxi when you want, confirm ready on runway. Okay, just for you to know. Okay. So of course, let me get my notes as per usual, and let me talk to you about who we are going to be having in today's fight, shall we? So first and foremost, for TMC side, we have in the Hornets, we have Skittles. How can I pronounce his name? Come on. Skittles? Skits. Well, they are going to be renamed to Skits. I'm afraid to say so. Skits, Raptor, Kingston, and Gold, rocking the F-18 Hornet together with Centurion. And to close things up, you have Dober with the 16, the Viper, and Death Angel with the Tomcat. So of course, we see that they are rolling with a very different skin altogether that we are used to see. They decided to go with a different approach, of course. So of course, they want to make a statement. They stand with Ukraine, we stand with freedom. But we all know that this is a combat simulator, and things can go south very easily. Because you could even say that we are representing combat situations and such, and many times it's true. But still, this CS community and here TMC and 51st are trying to say something about this and trying to make something happen for sure. So that's why you are going to see TMC rolling with these skins, custom skins for the occasion. They did these skins today just for the occasion. So yeah, they did try to make something happen with this, and the idea of doing a fundraise was theirs. And well, you can see that these guys really want to try to make something happen and showcase that this CS community can be as a great community as we all think and know it is. So of course, that's for the TMC side. Now let's go. Okay. Oh wait, sorry, I haven't mentioned yet. Watch your hotel, welcome. You still have a bit of time to vote who you think will win. You will be TNC or will be 51st PVO. But of course, I've failed yet to tell you who TMC are. So TNC is a squadron mainly based in UK and US. Also has members from Chile, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, South Africa, Switzerland, and Australia. This is something amazing. This team was formed at the end of Diamond League in SATAC 2020, March 2021-ish. after both Tail and Kingston had departed from their previous squadron. Kingston and Tail have both been in SATAC teams. Majority of Kingston's experience comes from ETF from last season in Diamond League, and Tail have gained his experience from Air, TAC, and number 15 Battle Access. Together they have been in a major squadron learning the basics of aerial combat, together with the majority of members of the squadron. The thing they enjoy the most about the competitive setting is the work in a group, working together as a group, the team effort, and trying to win against one of the main other players in this year's competitive scene. But of course, we also have on the other side of the screen, we have the 51st PVO, who are, as you well know, the organizers behind the entire competition. And of course, these guys do know how to fly their airplanes. The sole team to fly anything different to a Western Bloc airplane. Of course, I'm not counting 17 here, but still. Of course, these guys, for today's fight, we do have Technetium, Rich, and Coxy rocking the SU-27s. And of course, we also have for the Blackshot, Black Pixel. Okay, so I thought this froze up. And Black Pixel rocking the MiG-29. So of course, as we were mentioning before, they have decided to rock with a different airplane set as they usually do. So they are going to bring, as you can see, they are bringing the Su-27 and all the airplanes with Ukrainian skins that they are coming with this year by default. Because they also want to make a statement that they stand with TMC idea of trying to make something happen today with this match. So of course, you are going to see that both teams are rocking skins that are showcasing the liveries for Ukraine. Okay, also MiG-29s. I didn't know that we have a skin with Ukrainian skin with MiG-29s by default. So yeah, that's why the 51st PVO decided to scratch entirely the... Okay, sorry, I think I... Wait, one? Is there a problem? Wait, sorry, I'm just checking. Okay, oh freaking gosh, I was scared because I saw nothing being moving around where it should not be moving. Sorry, my bad. So that's why we are having today 51st PVO scratching the Russian side, which is 100 KIAP, and deciding to go with a full roster of Ukrainian airplanes for today's fight, together with Ukrainian air skins for the fight. So of course, as mentioned, and I'm going to mention this last time for a few more minutes at least, these both teams want you to try to make something happen, and they want to stand together with for what's happening right now in the world. What's happening right now with the world. So of course, both teams want to showcase. They want to stand together for what's happening right now in Ukraine. Nevertheless, as mentioned, up to you. You want to donate something to the organization we've put in chat. That's up to you if you also wish to do so. And if not, just enjoy the show that we are going to be having a heck of a fight. Of course, let us use this opportunity to showcase a bit better the skins of TMC. Oh wait, I haven't finalized presenting 51st PVO. I'm so embroiled on the fundraiser part that I am forgetting to present the teams, like freaking gosh. Really? Oh gosh, let me get my notes ready so I can tell you who these guys are. So 51st PVO, tonight not 100 KIAP part, is playing. So of course, it is a place for DSS Sukhoi and MiG fans to enjoy the very best of disciplined squadron flying. Action, PvP, trainings, judgment life, and behind the scenes fun from the oldest, most accomplished, and the only competitive red squadron in Digital Combat Simulator. 51st Beast Bison PVO Regiment started in 2007 with a few dedicated local pilots decided that the time was right to shape a true virtual Red Force squadron with new ideas, unique culture, and a competitive approach. And establish a worldwide recognition. Of course, on 15th of December 2007, it was originally inaugurated as the 31st PVO Regiment in honor to a real Soviet historical squadron. Of course, these guys, you know that these guys do organize behind being a Russian squadron. That's the whole point, but of course they are standing for Ukrainian side. Nevertheless, we should keep on trusting the team as it's organized itself. So of course they did inaugurated 51st PBO Regiment, a real Soviet historical squadron that flew the venerable Su-27s and MiG-29s out of Krim's airfield base, one of the oldest squadrons in DCS, with over a decade of complete domination in competition and community events. Another KIAP, Black Marlins, flies the Su-33, which we are not seeing today, as mentioned, and which is they fly the Su-33 flanker from the Admiralty of the aircraft carrier, honoring the first Soviet flanker naval regiments based in Crimea. On 15 June 2019, 51st and 1 KIAP decided to join ventures and now operate under the same command structure. And of course, this naval regiment is home to one of the best pilots of convenience roster with the highest mission qualification and combat experience for the team. So that's quite something for sure, and we are going to be having a very nice fight today. Of course, trying to make this a bit of a fundraiser. Yes, and that was TMC's idea, and I think that's something beautiful. Like, now we can show to the world that DCS community is a very fun one to be. And even if we play with war games all day long, we can differentiate the real from game parts. And thus I do ask of you, you find it within yourselves to donate, please do so. And that's going to be a beautiful gesture for our community to all the world itself. Okay, so we do have TMC confirmed ready. As mentioned, we have from TMC, let me double check, we have 4 18s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they have 1 reserve. Okay, so TMC is running with 1 reserve member, and thus they have right now 5 18s, but they are having so far in runway 4 18s plus 1 16 plus 1 14. So that's going to be the lineup for TMC as we can see. And from 51st KIAP is going to, 51st PBO is going to be, as we can see, 4 Ukrainian Su-27s plus 2 MiG-29s. Of course, I had never seen 51st flying the MiG-29, so I am not really sure how well they are going to be pulling off it out, because correct me if I'm wrong, but the MiG-29, the thing is that it has a bit less fuel economy compared to the Su airplanes, so it's going to be interesting. For sure, I do know that the MiG-29 can be way faster and therefore can really pack a punch if really well employed, but still it needs to arrive to the fight, which is something I'm not 100% sure they can do, but still, that's something that you will be able to tell me in chat. So far, do you think, guys, I did run a poll a few moments ago, and you do think that that both teams have an equal chance of winning? So the poll was, who do you think will win, and you do think that both teams will win. So therefore, either a draw, or we are going in for a very tight fight. Of course, we are just waiting for the MiG-29s to arrive from the 51st KIAP side, 51st PBO side. As we are just waiting for them to load, we can showcase a bit of the skins. So of course, as mentioned, TMC decided to roll in with an entire custom skin just for this to fight. Just give me a sec. Sorry, just watching on chat for a sec. So of course, we can see that 51st PBO had decided to run with all full Crimean skin for all their airplanes and airplane selection from Crimea. I can't say Crimea, freaking gosh, from Ukraine, for both their MiG-29s and Sukhoi 27s. And of course, TMC, who we have on the left, had decided to go with a different approach, dressing up for the occasion, doing custom skins, just showcasing the Ukrainian colors, so they can specify that they are signed together. Okay, so we are just almost ready. So we are just going to be seeing, as we speak, the MiG-29s entering. Where are they? Oh, sorry, MiG-29s are there. Okay, they are ready. Okay, so give me a sec. MRAC, give me a sec and I'll showcase, okay? I'm going to showcase that in a sec. Give me a sec. So, Roger, and the buttons are ready, so go. Take off. Okay, because TMC is starting to roll up. First, take off. TMC are ready. These guys, TMC, are really looking forward to a fight, and they are running up way faster than usual. Oh, these guys, come on! You cannot be that eager to fight. Guys, you need to hold out a bit more, so I can at least do a countdown for guys to join up. You know, freaking gosh. Oh, these guys. Oh, but nevertheless, these guys, TMC, never fail to amaze me. You know, they are the... Oh, wait, we are going to have a crash on takeoff? Almost. Oh my gosh. That was a close one for sure. So MRAC, let me... They are having problems taking off today, for sure. My freaking gosh. But nevertheless, they are up in the air, and we are now going to see the MiG-29s getting into the runway and taking off. And of course, for the other side, we do have the last Hornet from TMC just taking off. Okay, you can see the last Hornet just starting to roll out and taking off. Urgundulum, welcome my friend, and thank you for the follow. So of course, now we can see that we have the last two members from the 51st PBO in runway and get to take off. So now we are going to check the lineup for the teams as requested. So today's lineup, once again, we have Technetium, Rich, Frosty and Coxy and the SU-27s, and the MiG-29 we have Breakshot and Black Pistol. And for the TMC we have Skittles, Raptor, Kingston, Gold with the Hornets, and Dover and Death Angels with a 16 and a Tomcat, both of them. Okay, so of course we are going to use this opportunity to go around and showcase the guys that are going to be flying today for both teams in a bit more detail. So let me get my, not like this, like this, like this. Okay, so let me get cameras ready on TMC side first, because we are riding right now with Gold, rocking the Hornet with all the fuel tanks of the world. And now we are going to check the one who is flying with him. Okay, almost hits him. Come on, you cannot go that fast. Now we have Raptor overtaking Gold, rocking the other Hornets also with the only single fuel tank and all the missiles of the world. To his left we have the Tomcat being managed by Death Angel, carrying all the finish available, which is 4, 2 Fox 1s and 2 Fox 2s. Also, we do have on that same side, we have Dober rocking the 16, carrying 3 fuel tanks, 4 Fox 3s and 2 Fox 2s. As per usual, we are seeing that configuration in all the 16s. And last but not least, Skittles, sorry, I cannot pronounce your name, like really, I cannot pronounce your name at all. He's carrying the... Wait, oh, this is interesting. A different approach. So he's carrying the 2 fuel tank asymmetric configuration, and he's carrying 3 Fox 1s, 4 Fox 3s, and 2 Fox 2s. So that's quite a different approach for this kind of format. And of course, as per usual, let's go check the formation. So we can see that right now TMC had decided to go with a very tight packed formation, having the 2 Hornets falling behind a bit, then having the rest of the team going forward together, all of them packed together, just moving towards the combat area. So of course for 51st PVO, usually this goes up very differently, and you are going to see it right now why. Because you can see right now we have on camera, wait, sorry, 2 airplanes, which are the 2 MiG-29s, which are being flown right now by Black Pistol and Gold, of course, because usually you'll see, and this is something you will check out just in a few moments, 51st PBO do rock with a very different approach, having the entire group skewed to one side and then committing to build up enough energy to get into the fight But of course, because they're having a different airframe called part of the team, we are seeing this beautiful close formation. Just rocking the... What are they rocking though? Let me check. Oh! This airplane doesn't rock any missile whatsoever. This is going to be very interesting. This is going to be very interesting for sure. You can see that these guys are carrying only 2 Fox 3s and 2 Fox 2s, if I recall correctly. So that means that these guys are very limited towards weapon economy, and thus are going to be having a hard time if the battle does prolong. So we are going to see them really trying to make the best out of the situation. Of course, we'll see how it goes though. Nevertheless, let us go now with the Su-27 formation. And I'm going to make it like this because it's going to be easier shown. But now we have on camera leading the Su-27 formation, Rich on camera, rocking all the missiles of the world. As per usual, I don't know shit about my Russian missiles, so bear with me here, please guys. But still, Rich leading the formation. To his left, we have Coxie. And we are going to see to his right, coming into formation, we have Technetium coming in half, and of course a bit farther down the road we have Frosty. Oh, wait, we are having airplane with problems. So Frosty has damaged the year. So yes, we are going to have one member from 51st PBO really having problems with this round 1 for sure. Lot of problem today, of course. So we'll see how it goes. This is going to be interesting for sure. I mean, I'm really rooting for Frosty because if he does manage to get out of this fight alive, I mean, he's even going at Mach 1 and just 36 with gear down. Like, it's a freaking gosh, come on. That's not something that should be happening. Oh my freaking gosh. But still, of course, let us go and check the formation from this part of the fight. So you see, as per usual for these guys, they are going for this is different to their standard approach. They are going for the entire team usually goes to the skew to the area, to the combat area. You can see there is the bullseye. So they go to left, to right, or left entirely, and then go towards the bullseye, so they can build enough airspeed and altitude, as you can see over here. But still, because they are having 2 MiG-29, they have to separate and get them over different area. So this is going to be a very different approach to what we are seeing, used to see with this kind of teams. But nevertheless, of course, let's go now and change camera. We can see that now TMC has decided to go with the crank, entire team crank. Of course, we'll see how it goes. So far, both teams have decided to really take their time and build energy. You can see that 51st had decided now to come back very into bullseye. Still, the MiG-29s are still flanking towards the left, and we'll see how it goes. But so far, so good. Let's ride a bit with beautiful skin made by TMC for this occasion. As mentioned, both teams, I'm going to be mentioning this a lot of time. I'm sorry guys, but that's what it is. Both teams are trying to... Frosty is just giving them a fighting chance. Come on. Okay, but nevertheless, you can see that TMC has painted the airplanes for the occasion, trying to showcase Ukrainian colors, so they have a bit more showcase of what's going on and trying to respect them. That's why the aircraft and skin selection for today's fight is what it is. And of course, as you find it yourself, you'll see links being posted on chat continuously about where you can do any donation whatsoever. So feel free to donate if you think you should be doing that. And as mentioned, just a footnote, of course, we are not going to be having any political discussions over the matter, just for you to do a reminder. So yeah, this is just only trying to make something happen, okay? And Kazansky, thank you for the follow and welcome aboard. You are just at the nick of time to enjoy the fight as we are going to be starting shortly. And Idiot 911, come on, what a name! Welcome and thank you for the follow too. What a name! So of course we do see that these guys are taking the time, just chilling. We can see 51st are starting to commit into the combat area. And TMC is still going for the crank, so they are taking the time, building enough altitude and speed and energy so to get into the combat area, up in the terms that they do think they are going to be best for them. So of course now we are riding with Skittles, so my friend Skit, because I cannot pronounce it any better. I believe you want to teach me how to pronounce Skit's name, please do so. If not, I'll be butchering his name right as per usual in the streams. But still, this is a very different approach for the loadout, as you can see, carrying 3 Fox 1s. Of course, as a reminder, teams can and will be able to carry... Oops, well that was not my intention, but still, now you have... now you have Frosty giving a fighting chance to everyone else, carrying the fuel, the wheels out. Oh my freaking gosh. Oh, what is happening like this? Okay, that was not doing what it should be doing. Okay, so of course now we see that still TMC is going for the wide approach, just waiting for 51st to commit back closer. Mach 5 ERs incoming, boys. Well, that's for sure. I mean, we have MiG-29s over Angel 41 Mach 1.6 incoming in hot. And let us see how it goes, because I'm very curious to see how MiG-29s are going to be really deployed in this fight. That's something I've never seen before, having MiG-29s in a tournament format whatsoever. So of course, I'm very curious to see. Nevertheless, it seems that we are going to be seeing them getting closer and closer still. Death Angel is Mach 1, Angel 34 is not, well, it's not the best ideal situation for a Phoenix downrange, but still, it's a good range, good enough to start putting missile downrange. But we can see that Breakshot and Black Pistol are building energy Mach 1.7. They're going full burner right now, getting into the fight. So this is going to be interesting. I really want to see how MiG-29 are going to be fighting. So far it's seen that Breakshot and Black Pistol are going for the notch, trying to defend any possible Fox 3 coming in down from that Black Death Angel, but so far no missiles is being shot. Both teams are taking their time, playing it safely, as far as we can see. And of course, now we are going to see the SU-27 from Reach, just doing a feint, just going vertically. Of course, they are just trying to bait TMC to drop missiles downrange, so they can start in a better place. Oh wait, we have the first missile. Okay, Reach did do an ER. That's a long range Fox 2, which is the extended range. Wait, no. This is a Radari. This is a Fox 1 missile. So Reach has sent downrange a Fox 1 into the TMC lines. But of course, that missile, I am not so sure that missile is going to be arriving anywhere. Let us ride with the missile for a sec. Of course, that missile is not moving at all. It's not tracking anything at all. You can see that Breach didn't out call, and therefore, when he then went out call, then missile stopped tracking entirely. But that's not all. We have one more missile coming from Breach. We have an extended ER, and same from Coxie. So these guys are really trying to put some pressure into TMC lines. So let us ride with Dober right now on TMC. This one to change. Dober is going vertically defended. Of course, he knows he's being shot, and I do think he knows he's being shot Fox 1, because you can see he's just trying to go for the notch, not even pumping some flares, not chaff. Wait. Okay, nothing at all. Sorry, I was scared that we had a missile coming there into the mix and was not tracking. But still, we have a missile tracking, an ER missile tracking. Oh, well, it was just defended on time. So things are starting to happen, boys. TMC have been put into a defensive position just from the get-go, and we can see that we are going to see right now that the MiG-29s from 51st PVO, Fox ET, so that's an extended, Fox 2, and that's a Fox 3. So these guys from 51st PVO are starting to fight with sending missile downrange, left and right. Of course, now we are seeing that these guys are really putting missiles downrange, and of course, TNC has to really commit to defense right now if they want to be not overwhelmed. More missiles coming. Okay, I with the rubber banding there. Many missiles on the air. Of course, as you guys can see, So I cannot even decide who to track right now. Still, we can see that TMC are almost all their members are into defensive positioning right now. Let me ride with Raptor, because I'm not certain, but I do think Raptor is the most vulnerable position right now regarding this formation. So he might take the first casualty of the fight. Still defending. Is that going to track down enough? Still have energy though, and takes the first casualty. Okay, right now they have right now 51st PVO are taking the advantage of the fight. As you can see, first casualty for TMC lines. Ignition sending an extended Fox 3 into the lines. Phoenix coming down range. Okay, this is hard to track with so many freaking air missiles coming left and right. So of course, we are going to be riding with Coxy, as Coxy is going to be defending right now a missile who has been shot towards him from Dover. Because Coxy is responding with a Fox 2 extended Fox 2 into Dover. Oh, no, sorry, that Fox 2 is coming to this blob of air names. Skittles over there. Okay, we have a casualty for 51st line. Let me ride with Death Angel, as I think he might get killed right now if he doesn't manage to defend that one on time. That TT is coming in hot and managed to be defended just in the nick of time. Perfect. So now we have, from TMC, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members. 51st KIAP, we have still 5 members. So things are starting to pull in hot, and things are going to be hard for sure. We are flying with Ignition as he's getting close to Kingston right now. Let me try to ride with Kingston if I get cameras on time. Kingston is being pushed hard into the defensive maneuvering, as we can see right now. Trying to around the ER. Skittles right now being alone in the combat area. So of course we have the rest of the team of 51st just coming in behind. The Ignition is going to be facing Dover right now. Let me ride with the Ignition right now on camera, as he's going to be not that. Fox 2, extended Fox 2 into Skittles, and of course right now we have Black Powder, Black Pixel, Black Shot coming in hot, and that's okay. Skittles has managed to defend that missile. This is hard to track, really. Okay, Ignition is pushing hard into Skittles formation right now. So we are going to see him pushing very hard, as we can see right now, pushing to Skittles. Let me try to see if I can. Okay, we are riding with Skittles and looking towards Technician, and managed to dodge that one. It is amazing. So now we have Frosty coming in hot to the fight. Okay, we have a casualty on the northern side. I don't know who, sorry, I'm afraid. Rich has managed to defend that Phoenix by there. Gold trying to defensive maneuver there. Frosty coming in hot. Skittles taking the casualties, so this ER might get into Technician. Okay, now tracks the correct target. Kingston coming in hot for the fight. Technician on camera as he goes defensive maneuvering. And takes the kid. So Kingston has managed to take the kill. Death Angel coming in hot from the rear and is taken out of the sky. But he managed to put a Fox 3 out of the rail. Gold getting into very close tight formation. Okay, Kingston Fox 3 into Frosty. Frosty's out of the equation. Okay, this is now we have a 2-on-3 situation. I'm riding right now with Rich. We are seeing him popping down out first. Gold is being attacked right now by Rich. Gold is out of the sky right now, as you can see, and now we have Kingston alone against the rest of the team. So now we are going to be riding with Kingston, trying to look towards the enemy team formation. Now we are seeing right now that he's been Fox 3 ER. He doesn't know yet, and he's going to be taken down off the sky by that extended ER missile. Oh freaking gosh. There you go, guys. Of course you can see that these fights are not easy at all. And of course the team who puts more pressure usually wins. So this round seems to be going towards 51st PVO, but of course let us go check and see the remaining weaponry for the airplanes. So we do have right now, let me check, Black Pistol here. So Black Pistol carrying nothing. Of course he did shot his remaining Fox 2 missile. Right now on camera we have Rich carrying nothing but ECM pods. and of course the other team member still alive. It's Wreckshot carrying nothing, so these guys just went through all the weaponry to try to secure the victory. Oh freaking god, you can see that these guys really love to be up close into the fight. And now we are going to be checking the tag via bit better. So while we wait for the teams to get back into base, now we are going to be analyzing the tag via bit better, because you can see this is very hectic for sure. So let me try to get this sorted out. As mentioned, you can see that 51st decided to spread out differently to what you are usually seeing from the side. So this is a different approach for the fight, to start the fight. But of course, they were using the MiG-29 trying to bait their Tomcat Death Angel to send missile downrange. But of course, a sneaky ER trying to count downrange, but still no legs, because that's a Fox 1 missile and needs to be tracked the entire way. So yeah, definitely still not enough legs to arrive, but still, you can see that this is the usual style for 51st, putting missiles downrange like madmen. Of course, because they do carry a massive quantity of Fox 1s, then they have to really put them into good use. You can see that just for the get-go, I mean, we are seeing when they start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 missiles, 12 missiles from 51st in just, let me check the time frame, okay? This is going to be nuts, like really. Okay, give me a sec. Because okay. So just from the first missile, I will not count that missile, okay? Just for a sec, because I want to check. Okay, from there, minute 1, 1.20, okay, 1.20 up to this point, just in 2 minutes, okay, in 2 minutes they send downrange like 12 missiles. So yes, you can see that 51st PBO relies on putting down a lot of pressure and taking out the early kills. And it was Raptor who we got on camera, who tried to defend, but of course did not manage to defend hard enough. Of course, these missiles, this is an ER, of course that's a Fox 1 missile. That means that needs to be tracked all the way until it hits. And you can see that Coxie coming in at Mach 1.3, Angel 33, into Raptor, Fox 1, and that's tracking. Of course, we have also a cheeky ET towards goal, but it was not tracking. And then we have the first casualty of the fight. Okay, let me keep on going. What's the chance that the Fulcrums have enough fuel to get back home? Well, that's something I want to know for sure, you know, because I don't know if they will be able to, for sure. Oh, freaking gosh. But still, let us continue to check here. Of course, you can see that only one missile from TMC up to this point was being launched there. And this Phoenix tracked the R-27, sadly. But still, things do happen like that. And Coxie takes the next casualty. That's when we saw things being leveled out for the teams. Dober, because he was a bit farther down the road defending missiles in the northern area. You can see, sorry, in the western area. Sorry, I did forget my bearings. So now we are looking towards the north. So, oh wait, yes, because the fight started from west to the center and from east to the center, and then they changed formation to the north and to south. Okay, so that's why I was a bit confused of the situation while I was covering the match. Of course, Coxie, because he's turning out cold and he has a missile in his belly, he doesn't know up to this point that he's been Fox 3 and tries to defend, but still turns toward the missile, and that's not a good idea, never ever. And takes the kill. Dober takes the kill there. Of course, now we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have a 5-on-5 situation right now. Dober still managed to outrun the missile there, if I recall correctly. This is a good point to take, okay, guys? If you are trying to run a missile, just get out of the equation and then climb and turn. Go that way. And that missile is been flying for long enough. It's not going to be pumping any energy whatsoever into the missile. Then if you go down to drain the energy from the missile, then start to climb, then you are going to be draining all the energy of the missile for sure. So of course, Technician coming in hot from below. You can see this fight was a freaking mess, and you can see here, as in everything was going on exactly the same place at exactly the same time. Skittles managed to notch that Fox 1 missile in the Nikon time. And we are missing Dober here, takes the kill, takes the casualty here. Rich coming in hot with the Su-27. That's a Fox 3, if I recall correctly. And a Fox 2, and takes the kill there at Rich. So now we have a 4-on-5 situation. And now, of course, you can see that Su-27s here decided to keep on pushing hard into TMC lines. And that's why you can see here that Technician comes very close to Skittles. Fox 2, but Skittle managed to defend that one in the nick of time, pumping up enough flares to really evade that missile. And of course, now it developed into a very close fight. We did get that on camera, luckily for us. And Technician coming in with a guns fight there and takes Skittle out of the sky with the guns. So of course, that was not the only part of the fight, because Frosty almost took down Technician there. Luckily for us, he did not do any friendly fire, because if not, we will be having a lot of laughs for sure. But Technician, because he was too committed into this dogfight, Kingston comes in, Fox 3, 1 mile out Fox 3, and you are not going to outrun that missile for sure. Ever, never, ever. Now we are down to 3-on-4 right now, but of course Frosty was trailing Death Angel for a long time. Now we can see Death Angel trying to commit back into the fight, but still he managed to put a Fox 3 missile out of the rails, but Frosty does take the kill there. And that Phoenix goes towards nothing at all, was not tracking, luckily for Kingston, because that missile, if tracking, possibly it will have tracked towards Kingston and not Frosty. But of course, Kingston comes in from behind, trying to help his friendly Tomcat a bit later into the fight, but still close enough to take Frosty out of the sky and out of the equation. And now we are down to 3 against 4 in favor of 51st PBO. You can see that this situation Gold, because Kingston had to go and help the friendly, then Gold had to hold the line, and he committed a bit too hard into the area and took a Fox 2 by Rich, and then Kingston was trying to turn around, but still, when you are alone against the wall, it's a freaking hell to try to survive by any chance over there. So of course that was it for this round. Let's go check the current situation. Give me a sec. I'm just checking a little detail on my side. Sorry guys. Okay, let me go back to the current situation with the airplanes. So okay, now it's running. Yes, now it's running in real time. Okay guys, so now we have TAC view running on real time, and now we can start rolling with the airplanes too. So now we have right now on camera, we have Rich just chilling going towards Sochi Adler, which is going to be the landing airfield. They are very confident that he's going to make it, because we can see right now Breakshot and Black Pistol just on the northern area, just chilling out there, not doing nothing at all, just burning through fuel. Oh, I think that they ran out of fuel. Let me check, because maybe they ran out of fuel. Well, I think they ran out of fuel. Yes, they are just gliding. 11% RPM. So these guys are just gliding. Oh, freaking gosh. So Breakshot is gliding entirely, because he doesn't have any fuel whatsoever. Let me check Black Pistol, because maybe Black Pistol is exactly the same. So Black Pistol is 18% RPM, so he's just gliding too. Like, these guys have run out of fuel entirely. Oh my freaking gosh. There you go, why MiG-29s are so freaking have to come back for this fight, because they run out of fuel so freaking fast at this very hub. So for Rich, mate, the victory for this round 1 falls into your line. If you do crash land, then you will make all the team lose. No pressure for you, mate. No pressure whatsoever. Just feel free to crash land so we can have a tie in round 1, which will be something to really be amazed of if this happens. I mean, I think it has happened before, where a team, I don't know which tournament it was, but I do remember one team once lost one landing because was one airplane away from had only one remaining airplane, and of course they did go and try to land, and they did crash land. That I do recall, but I don't know from which time it was. Like really, I don't even remember when it was. But still a fun little detail for sure. Gate. Sorry. What's happening over here? Sorry, let me try to do this. Okay, now it's working. Now, wait. Oh, this is going to be a bit complicated. Oh no, I can't do this. No, not at all. But sorry, I was just checking a few things from the cameras, but since it's not going to be as simple. But yet, we see that Rich is really taking his time. So of course, what happens if Rich screws up his landing? Then that means that because he's the only survivor from 51st, if he fucks up the landing, then no victor for this round 1 is going to be declared, and therefore round 1 is going to be a tie. That means that he's under a lot of pressure to really deliver and be sure to arrive safe and sound into the enemy their home airbase. So Rich, you better know how to drive your lovely Sukhoi 27 there on the cabin. You can hear me? I hope you can, because well, we are watching you very closely. We'll see how it goes. So of course, this you can see that this part is very calm, and you'll see once again, as mentioned, I was going to be mentioning this all along the tournament, the fight today. You can see that in today's fight, 51st PBO is rocking. Then all the airplanes that are flying are there, no Su-33, only Su-27s and MiG-29. So their 100 KIAP pod is being scratched entirely. Oh freaking gosh, my keyboard keeps on playing games for me. Now it's rocking. Okay, so they have scratched entirely their 100 KIAP pod, and they just down to the 31st KIAP pod, where they are flying Su-27 and MiG-29s with Ukrainian skins to showcase to try to showcase in respect to the TMC idea of making this a charity event. And you have in the chat, you will be seeing more often than not, and I'm going to put it once again, links for you to donate if you so find yourself that you want to try to do something for this situation. So that we do have so the idea behind this match is to make it a charity event. So of course, if you find it within yourself and you want to donate to the situation happening in Ukraine, then this is an opportunity for you to do so. Okay, guys. So hopefully you'll find it within yourselves. And now, of course, we are riding with Rich as he's doing his final approach. And yes, he's going very fast right now. But still, will he be able to make this happen? Really? He's going for overhead pattern for sure. Yes, going for overhead pattern. And therefore, we are going to be seeing him getting ready to going downwind, no, crosswind, tailwind, sorry, that's correct terminology in English. Going tailwind, so to get ready for the final approach. On such alert to declare themselves, declare the victory for his team, him and his team on this first round. Come on, Rich, do not crash. If you crash, you are going to be laughing stock for sure for a long time, I'm afraid, my friend. So Rich, getting into the final approach. Yeah, looking close into you, my friend. And down in the runway, still we need to see him touch the third wheel and start to brake a bit more so we can declare themselves their airplanes under control. Well, so far so good, I would say. Yes, with this, round 1 is going to be won by 51st PBO. And of course, we are going to be declaring themselves victor of this round 1. And guys, we are going to be going for a brief pause and restarting the mission. So we get the downwind. Thank you for the clarification, Clyhawk, sorry. So 55 PBO has made to win round 1, so now we are going to be for a brief pause while we get the server restarted and teams ready on runway. So stay tuned and see you in a few moments. Okay guys, we are back again live for the fight between TMC, the motley crew, the meme lords of them all, against 51st PVO and 100 KIAP. So of course today's fight is a bit more special, knowing that these guys are trying to respect the idea of trying to make something out of this fight, and you will be having links on chat more often than not, where you can go and donate if you so wish to different organizations, so that to try to provide some relief to the situation of Ukraine. So you find within you to go and donate, guys, do so. You will help for sure. So the idea behind today's fight, as you can see, is to make this a bit of a donation spree for sure, and that's why we are going to be seeing both 51st PVO rocking only Ukrainian airplanes with Ukrainian skins, and TMC rocking all the airplanes and with their liveries customized with the Ukrainian liveries. So of course we are going to be seeing round 2 right now, and as per usual, things are starting to roll out right now. Get ready to round 2. So of course, usually where I recall, of course, just for you to know, the Su-27s and MiG-29s, those flaming cliff modules, they do need to be shut down before. You need to be shut down the engines and to rearm, and then you can change the engine. You can change the. Oh freaking gosh! Really, my mind is not working today. And then you can get your airplane started and get up in the air and ready. But of course, first you need to rearm, refuel, and get everything ready for the fight before you get yourself. Ahem. Ahem. Nothing to see there. Nothing to see there. Nothing to see there. Okay. You've seen nothing. These cheeky bastards. Oh freaking gosh. These little details from these meme lords you have to really appreciate for sure. So of course, as before, and that's all the matches, you are going to be seeing an aircraft formation that is going to be exactly the same. Once you commit to an aircraft formation, you have to stick with it through thick and thin during the rest of the match. So you cannot change airplane formation, but you can change pilots. And sometimes we've seen pilots being changed between rounds. But still, I don't think it's going to be a thing for today. But we'll check afterwards in a few moments, while I get sorted a little detail that I need to sort out. Give me a sec, sorry. Okay, sorted. So of course, once again we are going to be showcasing a bit the skins from TMC, and we are going to be checking who's who and who's carrying whatever. Okay, TMC never change. Well, the motley crew is the motley crew for something. Got down those levers, look sexy. Where made them serve a free module or something? Well, not as if Beanbag Ninja was the one making them. Well, oh sorry, I said that. Sorry. I forgot not to say something. If you if you give me a free module, well, I will forget for sure. But of course, beautiful liveries made just for the occasion, the motley crew, and what they stand for, which is, and they will say in the aircrafts. Come on, I don't want to showcase that freaking back of the board. I want to showcase this. We stand with Ukraine. We stand with freedom. So that's what they're standing for today. And of course, that's why we are going to have donation links provided in the chat, left and right, so you find within you to donate. Feel free to do so. But still, let us check who's going to be flying with the TMC today. Once again, we are going to have Raptor. It's going to be easier if I do like this. We are going to be having a Death Angels once again with the Tomcat, Niche with the 16, Gold, Centurion, Kingston, and Raptor with the 18s. And for the 51st side, we are going to be having once again Technician, Roofies, Rich, and Frosty with his Su-27s. And of course, Breakshot and Black Pistol carrying the MiG-29s, which are already... No, sorry, they are not yet rolling. They're still starting up the engines, and you can see these machines do take a bit more time than what we are used for. All of us who are used to run with the full fidelity airplanes. Oh, this guy, really. Okay, guys, can I please, and just tell me, just guys from TMC in the chat, can I kick Centurion from the game just for the art with being displayed with the board? Can I please? Can I? Oh freaking gosh! I had to limit my camera because of him. Nah, he just sorted it away. So yeah, I can go safely with the camera with both teams. But still, if you go with the Eurofighter being back, then I want a Mirage F1. Sorry, yes, a Mirage F1 for myself. That much I can say. So guys, we are going to see in just a few moments. We are going to be seeing the team from 51st starting to roll out. We have on the bottom camera, and as mentioned, they are rolling with exclusively Ukrainian airplanes with Ukrainian liveries to showcase also respect for the situation and stand with what TMC is trying to achieve today. So of course we are going to be rolling them, having them rolling in just a few moments. And well, yeah, we are just waiting for them to roll out. Perfect, just on the nick of time. So of course, once we have 51st ready, we will be starting round 2. And hopefully we will be having an interview with the teams. That's something I haven't asked yet because, well, today has been a very busy day and I was on 2 matches to cover today, so well, a bit too much to watch today to me. And well, I'll be checking with them after the fight to see if they are up for it or not, okay? And nevertheless, let us see if 51st finalize taxing. Seeing that some engines are still being turned up, we can hear. Okay, one more rolling, one more, and we are just waiting for the last 2 airplanes, which are the MiG-29s that we saw before that they ran out of fuel. Well, that's something for sure, you know. Well, being back, if you are going to remove it for a price, well, the price is that you have to pay me 10 euros, okay? And then you can remove it. Fair enough. So, of course, I'm just waiting. We are just waiting for them to roll out, as mentioned. Well, we saw that the round 1 was a very hectic one for sure, where 51st, as usual, decided to go full into the close fight range. We do know that these airplanes, the MiG-29s and Sukhoi 27s, because they do rock with Fox 1s, short range, medium range Fox 1s, medium range Fox 2s, short range Fox 2s, and short to medium range Fox 3s at best. Then, of course, they need to make it things close and personal if they want to survive by any freaking chance in these kind of fights. So yeah, so of course that's why we saw that in round 1. They did decide to push hard throws into the fight, and thus we could see there why things are being played, how it's being played by 51st. Of course, we'll see if they decide to go with exactly the same approach, because I mean, now TMC do know what they're going to be doing at 51st, I mean, and of course, well, if you know what the other team is doing, you can make something out of it. You can decide to play the game or change the game. You can have options. And of course, remember the Fox 3s carried by TMC, the airplanes, do have better reach, better range compared to the Fox 1s being shot by the Su-27s. So of course, who do you think will win round 2? TMC or 51st PBO? So guys, you have now 10 minutes to say something. I removed the airplane way for... Okay, we don't mind if we lose, so long as we look good doing it. Okay, fair enough. But still, you are looking good for sure, and this is trying to make something happen through it. Okay, 51st is ready, perfect. Then that means I can move my camera and make it look good for the takeoff. There we go. Okay, so we are just waiting for TMC to confirm ready. And once they are ready, then we'll proceed. TMC, I'm just checking with TMC. And once they confirm ready, then we are going. Okay, countdown is 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And this camera is going to be looking better for the takeoff, as you can see. So round 2 is alive. And people are starting to roll over. And we can see in the bottom part of the camera, we can see that the Su-27s rolling out. And the top camera, we can see the fall of this Su-27 rolling out. We do know that the guys from 51st tend to go with a very neat, with a very close and neat formation. So I'm very good to see how they are going to be approaching this round 2. Will they go with exactly the same formation, as in very close dance between all the members, as per usual, building energy, getting up in the air, or will we see them getting a different approach? That's something I don't know myself, and I'm very curious to see what's going to be happening. But still, now we have all the airplanes from 51st on the air. We are missing still the 2 MiG-29, but we do know that they do take their time, because they are going to run out of fuel, as we already know for sure. So we're gonna use this opportunity to present the guys from TMC once again and check the loadouts. So let me get them looking good on camera for you guys, while you have the poll up there for you to check, so we can know who you think will be winning round 2. Come on, computer, come back alive. I miss you, my computer. Okay, now it's alive. So now rocking the Tomcat for TMC, leading the aircraft formation right now. We have Death Angel carrying the full loadout, which is the 4 Phoenixes, 2 Fox 1s and 2 Fox 2s. Both leading the formation. Of course, it's being trailed right now by Tail, rocking the 16. And riding right now 16 with of all the fuel tanks, all the wall, making sure that they don't run out of fuel, as had happened for 51st with the MiG-29s. And now we are riding with Gold, rocking the 18 Hornet with the fuel array of fuel tanks, Fox 3s and Fox 2 as per usual. Now on camera, Raptor rocking exactly this. No, well, not the same loadout. Sorry, he's just rocking only 1 fuel tank compared to 3 in this case. And he's just turning towards Gold, as you can see. He's just looking towards him, getting to reunite with his team leader. So, sorry, with his wingman. He's blah 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 blah. Well, I forgot how to talk my tactical language. Sorry, guys. So, of course, now we are riding with Kingston. He's leading the pair of his and Centurion. He's rocking all the fuel tanks, all the wall. And we can see Centurion is rocking a different loadout, which is all the missiles of the wall, carrying 4 Fox 1s and 4 Fox 3s and 1 fuel tank, which is something different to what we are used to see with the Hornets for sure. And now let's go and check the formation. But well, first and foremost, I have to showcase you a bit of how things are being deployed right now. You can see that they seem to have decided this is not working. Now it's working. No, they seem to have decided to go with the 2 airplanes in the front, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. So these 2 guys seem to be going to be baiting the enemy into sending missiles downrange, and these guys will be supporting them. At least that's how it looks from my side right now. So of course, now let us go with the Su-27 formation in the other side of the map. So let me get them on camera. And as I expected, as per usual, it's easier to do this, you know, just get them on camera, all of them at once, because it's going to be way easier. So we have on camera right now, leading the Su-27 formation, Rich. He's been followed by Technician to his left, and to his right we have Frosty, and we have Rufus, all rocking the Su-27 with the Ukrainian scheme, sorry, to represent their support for the Ukrainians. And of course, that's not all. but we are having a very different kind of approach here with the other pair formation. A very tight formation, realistically. Let me try to find them. Okay, here we go. Very tight formation between Breakshot and Black Pistol, rocking both of them, the MiG-29s with the Ukrainian skins team, once again, rocking the fuel tank in the belly with no missile whatsoever, because that's 4 freaking missiles, that's all. And we'll see how they do make things happen. It's going to be interesting to find for sure. We saw that in round 1, 51st do won, but still, TMC, they have their options available for them if they so wish to. We'll see how it goes though, we'll see. Of course, let us go check once again how the formation is right now being deployed. And as before, 51st had decided to go with a very spread pattern, having the 2 MiG-29s to the left, Su-27 and 4 Su-27 to the right, climbing out Angel 38, and you can see these guys always go up high and as fast as possible before committing to the fight to be in an optimal position for energy state. So you can see that these guys are really going to be spreading apart, getting ready for the fight. So of course, let me try to put the cameras on TMC skins for a sec while I get the TAC view pod ready so we can check, because this time it seems that TMC had decided to go for the Patriarch approach, not going for a crank approach. So it seems that these guys really want to get back into the fight as soon as possible, so things get resolved soon. But really, I'm very curious to see if TMC will decide to really push hard in the first part of the fight, because that's where 51st do excel. They send missiles downrange, left and right, they put a lot more pressure into your team, with radar warnings being singing left and right everywhere, and thus, then you have to make a decision. Will you go defensive? Will you answer back? And that's the kind of game that 51st is playing in this part of the fight. So we'll see how it goes though, we'll see. But still, we are going to be seeing... Oh wait, something happened with the Su-27 formation. So they are starting to turn back into the fight. Su-27s are starting to turn into the fight, and we are going to be seeing them just getting into the battle right now to start the fight. It does seem to me that this one, which is Technician, has fallen a bit out of line, because he's just trying to regain his posture for the fight. But still, burning through fuel, burning through energy, getting up in the air, Mach 1.2 Angel 36. That's something for sure. I mean, that's not by any peg of the equation. It's not small high or small or little speed, little high. Small high? What? How can I pronounce that one? It's not, by any chance, it's not high enough? No, it's not low by any chance. Of course, neither slow nor low. Come on, I'm struggling with my English today. What the fuck is going on? But still, we are also right now rolling with the Tomcat, leading the from Death Angel, rolling with the Tomcat right now from TMC, leading the formation as they are getting ready. So I do think that we might see a shot from Death Angel. His Angel 38 Mach 0.9, but he's in a very good position to start sending missiles downrange. And really, if he wants to, we might get to see a long-range finish this fight. But we'll see, of course. He has to make the decision, or his team has to make the decision of what's going to be happening. But still, we can see he's still climbing. No, he's climbing very softly, but still he's climbing, maintaining his speed. So I do think we are going to be seeing an interesting one for sure. We'll see though how it goes. Of course, now we are going to be rolling for a sec with the MiG-29s with Breakshot and Black Pistol, as we are going to be seeing them just over Mach 1.4 Angel 33 burning through fuel. These guys really are not looking forward to land. These guys don't want to land at all. Well, if the poll is correct and you guys think that TMC will win, well, they will not need the remaining fuel at all, for sure. Well, we'll see though how it goes. Still, a bit of leeway to go and we are seeing right now that both teams are just approaching the combat area, holding the breath. They are getting into a range for the first finish, then sent down range by Death Angels if he so wishes. But still, he's not speeding up. So I think that TMC is not really going to put any missile whatsoever for the long range. Neither that, nor they are going to be sending missiles from the start to put an. So guys, sorry for the crash. Okay, we are back. We are back again with this transmission. We missed the first minutes being launched. That's all we've missed so far. Towards Breakshot and Black Diesel, first ER sent downrange. But still, sorry for the small crash from the stream. But still, we are going back again at it. We can see that right now, many Fox 3s are being sent right now. Fox 1s and Fox 2s and whatnot are being sent downrange. We can see that these teams are just going for, definitely 51st are going for pushing hard into the enemy lines. We can see that missiles are coming hot. 4 airplanes, the 4 S-220s are coming in hot into the TMC formation over the northern area. But still, no missile has struck whatsoever. Anyway, so things are looking stale, but of course, not calm by any chance whatsoever. One more missile coming downrange from Reach. That's an ER. So that's a Fox 1 missile. And we'll see, of course, that one is tracking towards Centurion, who is going out cold. So that missile might not have any range whatsoever. Of course, we have the 2 MiG-29s coming in hot from the rear. And the Tomcat and Niche are going back into the fray. So of course, let us try with Rich is sending one more ER. Of course, Technician is also sending an ER towards Niche and Death Angel. So let me ride with Rich right now on camera, let's closer by camera, because we can see that right now situation is developing into a mess of a missile downright. Black Missile ER downrange. Okay, this is becoming very hectic, just as I love it. Okay, this is all the span of the fight we can see right now. Oh freaking gosh, this is going to be amazing. So of course we can see that TMC are hugging the mountains over there, making sure that they can defend those missiles. But still, they've managed to push through the 51st formation. So now they are not being pushed hard back right now, and TMC can regain their posture and come back into the fight if they so wish. But still, more missiles are being sent in the downrange by the, in this case by Technician, coming ET. That's a Fox long range Fox 2 into TMC formation. TMC are almost all of them going out cold. So realistically, they are not in a very nice position right now, but still, they have enough space to turn back into fight because they have Tombstone and Raptor capable of committing into the fight. So Gold has just sent a Fox 3 missile downrange. Right now, Fox 3 missiles, possibly into Technician. We are riding right now with Kingston, he's getting closer to the fight. Technician, Fox 1 into Kingston, Kingston Fox 3, and also he's being shot at Fox 2, Kingston himself. Kingston has managed to defend that R27. This is a freaking mess. Attacks. Kingston is out of the fight, guys. Kingston is out of the fight. We have one. Wait. Okay, Technician has managed to defend that one. That finished down. Oh, that was a freaking close. My freaking gosh. So Technician, let me ride with Technician as he's going to be defending right now at 120, a finish and 120 coming his way. This might get to a world of pain over there. Technician managed to defend that one. He's still alive. Frosty, ET into Death Angel. Let me see if I can ride with him. Of course, in the other side we have Breakshot against Raptor. Okay, let me ride with Raptor because I think that's going to be a bit more interesting. Raptor is defending right now as hard as he can. But you can see right now. Okay, let me. Wow, freaking gosh, this is hard to track. So right now, okay, we have Tech is coming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have 5 members from 51st, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members from TMC. So things are leveled out right now for both teams. And now missiles are being changed. The Death Angel with the Tomcat is too close for comfort into this fight. So of course he's just getting into a merge with Frosty over here. And he is not seeing Frosty at all. He doesn't have any visual whatsoever with anyone. Yet he has eyes on Frosty. So we might see a Fox 3. That's it. That's a Fox 2 into Frosty. That one might be tracking because we have Reach and Technician pushing hard into the other lines. Another Fox 2 from Death Angel. Of course, another missile from Death Angel. Freaking gosh. Okay, Frosty's out of the equation. Now we have a 4-on-5. Niche might get killed over there. No, managed to defend that one. We're now Technician against Raptor on the other side. I'm riding right now with Technician. We have him on camera looking towards Raptor. They are going in for a merge. Still, Technician taking out of the sky. That's an exchange of missile. Death Angel against Reach on the other side of the equation. Death Angel on camera against Reach. But Death Angel is damaged, but still flying. Still flying, so still have a bit of a change of fight. So he's going to be really for a wall of heart. He cannot control his airplane. Because now we have Nails, Niche and Gold against Black Pixel, Breakshot and Rufy. So we have a 1-on-1 on camera right now. Of course, Rich is going to be taking down Black Angel's Unlocks for sure, because he's down to guns and okay, need one less airplane. Rich has managed to take down the Tomcat, and now we are running just for the 2 remaining members from TMC. We are going to be riding with Niche on the 16, while he's going to be defending a missile coming his way, might to defend. But now turning out hot right now once again. Niche is going to be has to push hard into the situation. Of course, Gold has to come back into the fight if they want to try to survive at all. Now they're going to be for a world of pain for sure. So now we are riding with Niche on the airplane. Let me ride also with him with the F5 camera. Niche, Fox 3, defending and trying to mask himself with the mountain, but that R77 is still tracking and takes the kill. So now we have Breakshot, Rufys, Black Pixel and Reach against Gold. So of course this is going to be a hard position for Gold to try to survive at all. So now we are riding with Gold on camera as we have him turning out hot into Breakshot. Let me see if I can get a snap view from him into Breakshot. Fox 3 now going defensive. Of course, Rufus has sent an ER. That's a Fox 1 missile. Okay, Fox 3 was towards Rufus. So Rufus now going to be defensive right now, trying to survive. That Fox 3 is sent downrange by Gold. You can see he's pumping up flares and chaff as fast as possible, put the missile into the mountain, and now still Breakshot has still a lot of leeway to push into Gold, because Gold is just 6 miles apart from him. So Breakshot only needs to burn through the fuel, and if he manages to catch up to Gold, then this is the fight is over. Let's see. Still we have a bit of leeway to go. So now let us ride with Gold, and the camera is locked into Breakshot, because that way we can check and know what's going to be happening. But still, Breakshot is coming from his left. I think he knows. He knows. He does know. Going for the merge. Merge. Okay, that's a short range. Fox 2 managed to defend that missile, and now they are going for a gunfight right now. Breakshot in the top. Let me try to get this out there. So now we have Breakshot on the right camera trailing Gold Because Roof is coming from the back, sending an ER. Let me show you. Okay. ER coming from Rufus toward gold. So that might be the end from gold. And that's it. That's the last member from TMC taken out of the equation. And thus, that means an TMC, sorry, I was going to say TMC, 51st are going to be the victors of the fight. Of course, we need to see them landing once again, because if not, they might get into a tie. So of course, I was suspecting Breakshot is down to nothing. Rufus is down to 2 Fox 2s and 1 Fox 1, if I recall correctly. And please correct me if I'm wrong, because I know that you know better than myself. Rich on camera is rolling with 1 Fox 2 and 1 Fox 1. And Black Pixel, the other MiG-29, really MiG-29s are surviving a lot, more than I expected for sure, carrying nothing at all. So of course, now let us go and check the tab view so we know what really has happened during the fight. Wait, sorry, not that, but that. Okay, that's what I wanted. No, what the hell is going on? Okay, now it's working. Okay, let me go back in time so we can check the tab view ourselves while we wait for the 51st trying to land, if the fuel allows them to do so, because that's going to be an interesting thing for sure, to see if they have enough fuel to really get back home. But still, let me get something to drink. Give me a sec, please. And of course, once again, let me use this opportunity to remind you that this fight, the idea behind this fight is to really try to make something out of this, and that's why we see both teams rocking Ukrainian skins and liveries, because they both want to make you help the rest of the South Ukraine with the current situation. So if you find within yourselves to donate, you have a few links over there with non-profit organizations that are operating right now in Ukraine, and you can go and donate to whichever you think better. Sorry, I was drinking something. Too much talking today. My throat is struggling a bit today. But still, let us go and check the situation. First, finish downrange. Of course, these two guys saw that missile coming visually, so they went to the notch and defeated. And of course, let us go with this area first. Interestingly, we can see that Centurion. That's Centurions, isn't it? No, that's Kingstones. No, Centurions? Kingstones? Let me check. Okay, that's Centurions. Centurions is launching Fox 1s from the get-go. I would have expected him to launch Fox 3s, not Fox 1 though, but that's interesting for sure. And of course, we can see that these two guys, after putting the two MiG-29s into defensive positioning with the Phoenix, come back into the fray, and then he'll let loose. ER's being sent downrange by 51st. You can see that technician is. You can see that this is the style for 51st, coming high, coming hot, and burning through fuel. Angel 32, Mach 1.6 at 17 miles out. That's not a distance and an airspeed, nor an altitude that I feel comfortable flying around. Like, that's too close, too high, too fast. Like, really. But that's the only way to make those missiles really reach. And of course, you can see that this time TMC put down more missiles downrange to the right flank of the 51st, and that's why they had a bit of breathing room. But of course, those missiles have to connect. Sadly, that Phoenix that could have been tracking toward Technician did not track it, or did track someone else. Yeah, I think that it did track someone else that was going this way. And therefore, Data Angel got into a very close fight with Technician. You can see second Fox 3, but still ER coming from the back, and then has to go out call and defend. And almost, but not, of course not, have to defend a 120 from a friendly. But still, you can see that here, when teams go into the mountain region, things go very differently, as you can see here. Okay, and that's why this having the terrain advantage is a big thing. You have to decide where you want to go with the fight. And this time TMC decided, okay, we want to go to the mountains. But still, I think that area is better for 51st, not for their tactics, but for the kind of airplane, because they can lock with the most of the 27s can lock using the ARST, which is a thermic lock, so no radar lock whatsoever. So these guys do not know, and they can be Fox 3 into them with the extended range missiles. So yeah, that's something to really get to know and be sure what's going to happen. So we can see this is the first casualty. Raptor was taken out of the equation by Breakshot. Raptor's over here. Yeah. Raptor is being shot with a Fox 1 at 9 miles south. 28 and year 20 Mach 1.5. You are not going to outrun that missile. Any missile, and of course that's an ET. That's a Fox 2. Long range Fox 2 missile. So that missile is going to be tracking you up to the end of the world. But they, of course. Oh wait, was it going to, who was it going for? Centurion or Raptor? I don't even know, but still, I think that it was for Centurion, and that's why it took Centurion out. Raptor. Okay guys, I don't know what the hell is going on with my computer today, but really it seems to not be liking at all my freaking stream, so I'm sorry for the problems. It does seem that I need a freaking computer, but still, it's not as if I have a NASA computer, but still it's not a bad computer at all. I should not be having these kind of struggles, but still, well, what can I say? That's what it is. Oh freaking gosh. But by the way guys, just for you to know, Rich seems to be going the only one it's put in fault. Well, hopefully it is not. So let me do a fast recap of what has happened. Where I don't know where you lost the trail of the image, okay? But still, let me try to catch up once again. So first, this is the first missile that we were mentioning. Right now, 51st pushing in hard. Kingston defending there, so that up to the point that that's correct. Here we have the entire TMC members and 51st entire members, so there's nothing new there. This is the first casualty that we were mentioning. That technician managed to do a Fox 1 into Kingston while defending a Phoenix at the same time. So quite a nice feat for sure. That was the first casualty. The next casualty was Centurion over here against Breakshot. Breakshot managed to do a long-range Fox 2 into Centurion's tail and takes him out of the equation. Those are very nasty shots, by the way. That's a lofty Amazon liveries. Come on. But still, now let us keep on watching and see who was the next casualty, so I can showcase that to you at least. Where were we? So far, no members from 51st are down. 6 of them are still alive. You can see here that 51st are starting to put pressure into TMC, both Raptor and Niche, and Gold is totally out of the fight, and that's why he can't help his friendlies right now. And Gold has been a long way out of this, away out of the fight. And of course, when you have members and you are being outnumbered and you have one member, R77 is a Fox 3. Thank you for the correction, Gory. That's something I did not know myself. Oh freaking gosh. But it seems that, well, I know something else now. As I should be knowing myself. Oh freaking gosh. Still, I don't know my missiles, you can see. I only know ERs and ETs, that's all. Oh freaking gosh. Still, we can see that BTS 51st are missing someone. Let me check who we are missing, because I don't recall. Yeah, Frosty against Death Angels, I think it was. Yes, okay, I do recall. That was the first casualty from 51st side, where Death Angel, we got that on camera by the way. Death Angel coming hot, sees Frosty, Fox 2, Fox 1, and finally a Fox 2 into Frosty. And that's when he did manage to get the first casualty. But of course, Rich comes down there and sends an R-73 into Death Angel, putting him in a very tight position right now because he's just with one single engine flying around. Rich managed to defeat that Fox 1. Oh, I'm pretty sure that Death Angel lost the radar due to that hit. And now you can see that Death Angel with one single engine is trying to survive there, but Rich comes back and with guns and takes him down. And of course, in the meantime, let's just go back a bit. You can see Technician over here. I think Technician was the next casualty over here. Raptor against Technician. Tech sees him. Wait, what the hell's happened? Overg? I don't know. I think this is an Overg situation. Let me check, guys. Did he pull paddle? Maybe? Okay, we have the situation here. We have 0.4 Gs. I don't know why though, but he got decimated for sure. Something happened over there. What? I don't know. But something happened. So his airplane was destroyed up in the air. That seemed to me... Hold up, I recognize some of those names from One Thunder. Come on, really? From Wild Thunder? That's an interesting approach for sure. So Tech there takes the kill, and leads the maneuver kill against Raptor, and Raptor managed to take down Technician over there. So that's the part of the fight. We have Gold out of the fight right now, as we were mentioning, and Niche still out of the fight. Of course, that means that right now Death Angel, this is part where Death Angel was alone against Reach. So that's what happens. We can see that when the area is divided into entirely different areas of the combat. That means that the team which has the more airplanes in the same area tends to win the area, and therefore it's easier for them to really get back into the next combat area and win. Still, you can see more missiles being exchanged here, missile being defended, and now I think the next casualty was Niche over here. Yes, because he got very close by, sent a Fox 2 but was trashed sadly. R77, which is a Fox 3, thank you Gory once again, takes him. Pixel takes Niche out of the equation right now, and now Gold is the remaining survivor of TMC, which tried to get back into the fight. Almost take down Rufus. Okay, no, of course not. Rufus managed to use the mountain to defend that missile. And of course, now we have Gold against the Wolf, and he just goes with the merge against Breakshot. Oh, that was a close one for sure. That's a close Fox 3, but doesn't have enough leeway to turn around. And thus now Breakshot gets stale into Gold. He's down to nothing, but still Rufus comes from the back and takes the victory there. And now, of course, guys, we are just on the nick of time to see Rich as he's approaching the final approach for the landing. No, not that. This, okay. So let me try to get this down, ready. Okay, you can see that once again they're going to be making sure that Rich takes down and secures the victory, because if he fails, then the entire team fails. Well, there you go, Rich. You have to survive the landing. and you have to nail the landing if you want to secure the victory in this fight. If not, well, I can only say that we are going to be going for a round 3. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully not. Still, final approach for Reach. Of course, for you all to know, well, we are on it. The Black Pistol did manage to land. The other airplanes did crash because they ran out of fuel, by the way. But yeah, everything comes down to Reach and his ability to touch down softly and under control in their home airfield. He's really taking his time to really nail the landing, isn't it? Down in the ground, under control, just gliding over the runway, and that's going to be it. So guys, this is going to be the victory for round 2 for 51st PVO. And of course, guys, let me go check with both teams and see if they are up for an interview or not. Okay, just give me a few seconds. Give me a few seconds to check with the teams, and I'll be back to you in a sec. Give me a sec. Okay, so I'm just checking with the teams they are going for an interview or not. Okay, so give me a sec. I'll be going for a brief pause so I can get the tab views. Okay, Kingston cannot. And checking. Give me a sec. I'm just waiting for TMC. Dell, please speak to Dover. Okay, I'm just checking. Okay, TMC is up for it. I'm just waiting for who is going to be joining us. And I'm just checking with them to go for the interview or not. Okay, give me a sec, guys. That's correct. That's correct for the interview. So guys, let me wait for a sec. We are going to be going for an interview, hopefully. So I will be back in a few moments. Stay tuned. So as I mentioned, guys, we are still waiting for confirmation for our interview. Just waiting for answer. Okay, just getting an answer okay, they're up for interview. So guys, we are going for an interview. So let's just go for that. Give me a sec. I'll be muting myself out while I get the guys on chat. Okay, so give me a few seconds to get everyone sorted out. Okay, guys. Now we are together with Breckshot to my left. Please say hi.
Hey, guys.
Me, myself, the Derivator here. To my right, I have Dopper409 from TMC. Please say hi.
Howdy.
And of course, to the utmost right, we have Rich76 from 51st too. Please say hi.
Hey, folks.
So first and foremost, congratulations are in order for 51st.
Well, thank you.
Yep, thank you. And also good flying by TMC, especially that round 2.
Yeah, we really appreciate the scrimmage, boys.
Oh, don't you? Don't but, hey, you gave us a shock in that round 2. That's for sure. You gave us.
Yeah,
you fought high. You fought like lions.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. We'll definitely see you guys in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be good.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, for us, it was, at least me flying that MiG-2 ship, it was pretty exciting. I
Oh
must
yeah,
admit.
you went up in the MiG.
I mean, let's just say fuel was not my concern in that MiG.
Well, we could notice that completely entirely. Like you were, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I was surprised that both rounds you were like, okay, Rich, we get, you have to land. If you don't, well, we are going to lose the round. All falls in your shoulders, mate. I was
No,
like,
it
okay.
was.
Always.
Yeah,
I
yeah, we
got
had
it
it
done.
covered because if you noticed, even though I had no fuel in that MiG, I was always right in the middle of it.
Yeah,
So it
just
was
where you want to be.
yeah, just where I wanted to be. So in the end, even if I ran out of gas, at least I know all the bandits were dead and Rich
Yeah.
would make it home anyway.
MiG
Yeah.
locks
But yeah,
entirely hard.
in those MiGs, yeah, it's tough because they just eat so much fuel when you go into burners, like compared to Western jets. You just really eat up that gas real quick. But she's quick though.
Absolutely.
Well, for sure it's quick. I mean, we saw you like Mach 1.5 normal or normally, which is
Yes, yes.
impressive for what we are used for the Western Bloc airplanes for sure.
I could definitely go a lot faster, but then I would eat up all my fuel. So it's a matter of what Mach number I want to stick to. Because if I could go Mach 2, which I can easily do, but at that moment I'm gonna be wasting way too much fuel. So
I highly recommend next time in the playoffs when we play each other again that you do exactly that. Just balls to the wall, full burners the whole time.
All
yes,
MiGs.
I mean,
Yes.
just launch all your missiles at like 40 miles. I mean,
That's
just
the
do
Well,
it.
it
plan.
is.
I mean,
it is
if you're gonna
human
go, if
GCI.
you're gonna go Chad mode, just go complete Chad mode, man.
Yeah.
Balls up and do it.
Well, not ATC human GCI would be yeah. MiG was made for
Yeah,
that.
that's gonna be interesting with the
It is.
GCI. Yeah, it's a lot of teams. I know our team hasn't really prepared for it. I don't know if you guys do or not, but I think it's gonna be.
We have some
Neat
experience in
addition.
the past,
Yeah.
but for us, absolutely. I think for most teams, isn't it break? You know,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's not gonna be an easy one, and it's gonna be interesting. A lot of teamwork.
Yep.
Good
absolutely
communication is key.
key. Absolutely.
Yeah, and also because if I recall correctly, we
Wait,
are
wait,
at
wait.
the end.
You guys communicate with each other?
Oh.
Oh,
No,
Well, it's
unfortunately,
optional. It's optional, you know.
Not when you're
that-
flying. Not when you're flying MiG, man. All you got
Oh,
is,
See,
no.
all we
is all
do,
you got.
see,
You don't know.
we all do hand signals to each other when we're in the cockpit. So I mean,
Oh,
we're on
no,
that
no.
level.
No Doritos on radar. I like
So
my
of course,
Doritos.
guys, you can see why TMC are the meme lords of this PvP environment.
Truly, that's what
You,
this community needs. Some good humor.
yeah, of course, you can have a serious conversation with them. I've never had a serious conversation with any one of you guys. Never, ever. I think it will never happen.
If you want a serious conversation, go talk to Bear or Moltar. I mean, you're not going to talk to us.
Yeah, that's true. That's entirely true.
Oh boy.
I mean, go talk to somebody who takes this stuff serious. I mean, come on.
Well, guys, you can see that we are just having some love around and not talking about the fight entirely. But still, I'm happy with that. Nevertheless, that's not going to be a problem. But still,
Yeah, it's all good vibes.
it's all good. But of course, I want to mention one more again because this is important, and that's why TMC came with the idea, and we all went on board with it about doing this event, this fight between TMC and 51st PVO 100 KIAP, make it a charity event. Of course, as you've been seeing on chat, I've been spamming left and right the links for you to donate to the situation of Ukraine. So you find within you to donate, please say do so. Of course, as mentioned, this is all good fun and good laugh, but still, we wanted to showcase to you all guys and try to do something from what we are at this point. We are being a community, a DCS community, showcasing that even if we are playing war games all day long, we don't stand for the situation here, and trying to send some relief to the population of Ukraine.
Yeah, I think that's a good initiative, and frankly speaking, look, I mean, we are a virtual flight sim community. You know, we all fly for different banners and sides and whatnot. But at the same time, we at least in our squadron, we try to keep it apolitical. So we don't want to get in that conversation. However, we are talking about support to the people who are suffering, and war is never good, no matter which side you're looking at it from. And yeah, I think it was actually a great thing for us because we were trying to commemorate PVO for this match. We were planning to fly only ground-based aircraft already, Therefore, we were, doing MiGs, a lot of flights in MiGs and Su-27s, because remember, with GCI being off in the next rounds, it's the MiG is not so disadvantaged anymore.
He does have the
And
R57.
yeah, if you have your GCI, of course, working for you.
Mhm.
So this was a great time for us to showcase how 51st flies, especially without the KIAP, flying those Su-33s, which we've been doing. So it was a great opportunity, and I think flying in Ukrainian colors was nice. I think Ukraine Air Force right now is in a really bad way, so we do commemorate their I mean, just by being aviation enthusiasts, right?
Yeah.
I think we don't have to get too political on it. But excellent initiative from Deliberator, and I really hope
No, the
we get
initiative
some.
was from TMC. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh,
but
TMC as well. Yes,
that's
of course. With
it
your
was their idea.
well, it's I think it's a great
Group
idea
effort
for
as well.
anyone doing it. Yeah,
The
help
TFC did come first.
help those in need, and I hope that's where the money goes. And
Just following
Yeah.
on to what Break said, we have a platform here, small but still a platform to maybe do some good. So as already said, TMC came forward, and we're happy to put this on. So hopefully
Yeah,
doing
we
some
just
good out there.
we just appreciate. I mean, I want to thank Beanbag Ninja and Tail. They did our skins for this match in particular, and then I want to thank the 51st for letting the tournament continue and not just stopping the tournament because of
No
what's
worries.
going on. I mean, stopping it, in my opinion, isn't going to change what's going on in the real world.
Agreed.
However, we can still show support by continuing to fly, and like we did today. I mean, we all together did something to support Ukraine and what's going on in
Absolutely.
Europe.
Yeah, I'm
So,
hoping peace. The peace is what we are supporting, and I think that's
Yeah.
the most important. And I really hope this whole situation. Don't get me wrong. I have family in Ukraine, in Kiev to be precise. So
Mhm.
I feel it firsthand. So I really hope that things de-escalate, and
Well, me and my wife will make
innocent
sure
people
and
don't get.
keep your family in our prayers tonight when we go to bed.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, guys.
Questions about the actual round or what happened in the match?
Sounds good to me.
You think so?
Yeah.
Are you
Let's have
really
'em.
up for it?
What do you want to know?
Nah, I mean, I'm just looking around. Of course, I mean,
No.
regarding having the Mi-29, really, I did notice, and we did meant talk about this. Like you are not going to really go back to base, and with this, and it was fun to me to see like, okay, these guys, as you well mentioned, you have to even when you are deciding not to go back to base, you have even with that you have to save your fuel to really be able to end the round at all. It is something amazing. Like how not only in this fight, but overall, how do you manage to how hard you have to manage your fuel during a fight with not today,
Very hard. Very hard.
yeah, but doing all
I
the
think-
fights.
Yeah, I think actually flying a Russian aircraft in general, many people think that Su-27 has 9 tons. Ha! If you think so, then I'm sorry. Those 9 tons will go real quick as soon as you start fighting, because that thing just eats a lot of gas. And MiG-29 is no different, and MiG-29 does not carry much. It's okay in full military. It's pretty efficient, But once you need to maneuver, you need to go into gate and. Managing the fuel is not easy. I think it's the most difficult part of flying the MiG-29. Apart with the obviously your lack of SA, whereby you really need to understand where you are in space and where to point your radar, because the radar is such a pitiful performance. So for us, just finding targets initially was not easy. So we kind of decided, well, we will just be a hard target and just essentially, tease them a little bit, and that's exactly what happened. Then Bison just went in and I guess did their cleanup operation.
Oof, get the broom.
Oof.
But
I'm glad we could have.
That was our plan.
You on that.
yeah, I think fuel management is a bit of an art that people don't really invest much time into, but for us, it's very important, and especially when you fly the Russian airframes, when you got to make it back.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, you can many times you end up just basically gliding back to home plate. I mean, that's just the way it is. It depends on how close you cut it, of course, but yeah, it definitely is a factor. But you know, it's a trade-off depending on the aircraft you fly. I mean, the performance of the MiG is incredible, so you know that's something you have in the pocket when you need it, right? At the expense of just not so much endurance.
Yep.
Yeah, and of course, I do know that you guys, and I know that's your style to go in with. You go with a full aggression to the enemy team, but I want to know from the other perspective, the receiving end. So Dover, I know that you and your team did receive an onslaught of missiles from the get-go in both rounds. In the first round, you did struggle a bit more. Round 2, I saw you responding better and having more leeway to play around. But I want to know and understand how it feels from your side, from the civilian end, to be in that barrage of missiles, Fox 1 coming your way.
Well, it's the standard Russian tactic. You know, in my opinion, was just try to overwhelm your enemy and keep pushing them, and they made us go high. We tried to play defensive on the first round because we knew fuel was going to be a critical issue on their side, and I mean we were correct. We just didn't. We let them push in too close before we started trying to fire back, and by that time they were right there inside of 10 miles using their EOs and locking us up and shooting us down. Second round, we were like, okay, let's try to be a little bit more aggressive and let's stay out of the mountains. As you can see, as soon as the first missiles came off the rail, staying out of the mountains wasn't an option anymore. And so we had to fight them in the mountains. And that's not where we wanted to be at. But that's where we ended up. And I set out the second round. I let one of the other guys, Nish, fly the second round. He took my spot just so he can get some experience flying a really good team. And because Nish is usually the backseater for Kingston, he's Kingston's Rio. So today Nish's life actually mattered, so we let him fly, and we just wanted to get him some good experience and a couple of other new guys some really good experience against a really good team.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Thanks. I mean, we definitely felt the pressure. Now, when you talk about the mountains, I mean, in fact, as we were preparing for round number 2, we discussed that quite in depth with the guys, and we decided exactly that we want to, worst case scenario, and get the fight into those mountains and kind of drag you in them. And I think that kind of worked. You don't want to fight flankers in the mountains. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
so
we knew that going into it. It's just how it turned out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was We didn't want to fight you in the mountains, but that's just where it ended up. But you guys baited us into it, and we fell for it.
Of course, being able to track enemies with the IRST is way better than radar in that kind of situations, and gives you a lot of advantage for the Su-27.
For sure.
Helmet sight as well is a lifesaver.
So of course, I have a question.
If you get in a slow merge.
Sorry, all yours.
Yeah. I said helmet sight. You know, you get in a slow merge, you can work the helmet and at least put a weapon out, even if you don't go for energy. You know, in on the first pass. So that's always good with the flanker, at least.
Yeah, but of course, I have a question on chat for you, MiG-29 pilots from 51st Frosty, and he's asking for MiG pilots when you're gonna get good.
Wow.
He stopped eating magnums.
I'll tell you what. I'll issue him a rebuttal. Okay. When you don't forget to break your gear on takeoff.
Oh, the TMC know about that.
Oof.
Yeah. Oof. That's where it hurts. Definitely where it hurts.
Oh boy.
Oh my
we
God.
had some malfunction. It was a hectic one.
Though it is situations like that though, where you got to keep your cool as a team and work the problem. I don't know. You probably catch it on the stream. Maybe we did do some reshuffling. You know, that's the last thing you want to do when you're ingressing and you know the pressure's on. But you know, you just got to keep calm and just work the issue and keep fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So of course, to start closing this up, of course, is there anything you guys from 51st want to say to TMC and backwards and the other way around?
Just thanks for the fight, guys. It was great fun, and I'm hoping we've done a bit of good for the world today.
Yep. We appreciate the scrimmage, and we'll look forward to fighting you guys again when it actually matters.
Sounds
and
good.
our thoughts and prayers are with people, over in Europe right now.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
So guys, with this, we are going to be closing this up. Thank you all for joining today's fight. And of course, thank you for 51st to hosting this entire tournament and making this possible. And of course, guys,
It's our pleasure.
we'll be seeing each other next weekend when we do start with the bracket stage. So when as well as
I think there's still a match.
It is.
I think there's still a match tomorrow.
Yeah, 3 matches tomorrow. So we're going out the group stage with a bang.
Well, sorry, just my mind is playing games.
No worries.
And next time we'll break out our secret weapon.
No.
The Dorito?
Tail. He wasn't
Perfect.
Oh
Perfect.
yeah, he wasn't. He wasn't there in the flanker. He was.
Well, you know what they say, right? You live by the ET, you die by the ET.
That's right.
I'm looking forward to it.
He wasn't here today. He had I don't know, he had something else going on. So
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, no worries.
but he'll be around for the next one. I can guarantee you that. Otherwise, he's fired.
Oh, more flares then.
Okay, guys, well, we are going to end it here. Thank you all for joining us, and you guys in chat tomorrow, not this week. Sorry, my mind is playing games because I thought I was going. So tomorrow we have more matches to come. I do not know which ones we have, but still do check out